What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. Hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you won't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you put the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be your family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen because you already know when I drop these videos and you'll get the notification, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win, keep you informed, or keep you entertained. So with that being said, you know how we get down over here on this channel. We talk about the new scams, the new methods, the new bank scams, the new bank methods, the dark world, the dark web, what's going on, why are so many people trying to get into this world, why are so many people actually getting money with this world, and why is a lot of people actually going to jail with this world now. A lot of people are curious, and a lot of people who know me, who are OGs to the King Hustle, know that I've been around talking about this stuff for the past 6, 7 years, maybe 8 years. And since the beginning of time, I have let you guys know I am in the cyber, the technology world. I am not a real time fraudster or scammer. No, I don't do check fraud, never did credit card fraud, none of that goofy stuff. That's what crackheads do. I'm more in the technology world. I'm all about system databases, servers, networks, um, designing boards, that type of thing, those type of things like that. That's what I was basically raised upon. Like I was on the dark web at 6 years old, not knowing I was on the dark web. Just because people gotta understand, as the years and as the world evolves, everything evolves. So almost 30 years ago, there was no it was a different world, different internet, different place. So getting on the dark web 15, 20, 25 years ago was not as hard as people would think it is now. You didn't have to really go through Tor browser and all this different type of things like that. So me being a kid and doing so much searching on the internet led me to the dark web. And when it led me to the dark web, I was seeing a lot of crazy things, a lot of crazy sites, things that I shouldn't have been watching and looking at. And by me being so young and intrigued with it, I just wanted more and more and more. And by my grandfather being in the tech world, in the construction world, he always had me and my brother doing some type of handiwork, some type of technology work, things like that. So it just all played in the part. So there are a lot of scams and a lot of fraud methods that's going on out here, but a lot of people are, see, people only know what people give them or tell them, and a lot of times the information that people tell other people is not the correct information, it's not the accurate information. And a lot of people don't understand how technology is what runs the world. Without technology, nothing will be possible. You wouldn't be able to send and receive money. You wouldn't be able to have money stored on a balance and can cash out to your bank. You wouldn't be able to do none of these things. There would be no Cash App, Venmos, Zelles, PayPal's, Chimes, ACH transfers. All these things are technology. Now, technology has been around for a very long time because you got to think about it. Since the beginning of time, well, not really, since for a very long time, banks, when you go put your money into a bank, is now a digital number attached to this account that's adding currency, just adding numbers. And once you go do a withdrawal, it's going to take away from that. You don't have a physical box that when you go say, I'm depositing this money, it goes into your box. No, you deposit in that money, they type in that number in the system, and it adds to your digital number. And when you add money, it adds to that digital number. When you subtract money, it subtracts from that digital number. Everything is digital, everything is technology based. AI technology is starting to take over the world. It's a beneficial fact and it's also a negative factor because due to AI technology, it's allowing fraudsters and scammers and hackers to make their jobs and their lives easier. So it's a lot of different methods out there that a lot of people that we all have witnessed, from cash app glitches, bank glitches, loads, Bibles, fraud, you name it. We all have been and witnessed this epidemic of different things coming and going. Now, the first tech method or tech fraud method that there was the 100 to 1,000, 200 to 2,000. That was the first tech fraud method that was presented, and that was 6, 7 years. Let's say 6 years ago, when people were utilizing the dark web and different methods from the dark web and different sites on the dark web to perform these methods. Now, there were people out there that were performing these methods for people and helping them get money. And there were people out there that didn't really know anything, but they seen the opportunity and they presented this opportunity, but it was a scam. And what I mean is that there were sites on the dark web that you can go to and it will perform that task for you. And this was 6 years ago. So somebody would send somebody an X amount of money, they go on the dark web, they'll put it into this site, and then it makes some money, then that send that person that money, their cut, basically. And this is what a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't know that there are sites on the dark web that perform these type of tasks. That will you pay an X amount and it'll send you an X amount back. And how is that possible? Because of technology. There are people on the other end that are performing certain tasks with technology, service, databases, networks, and generating funds, revenue and funds from different places to be able to pay this load out. Because at the end of the day, the amount that's being paid out is not the full amount. People are getting their cut because people got to also understand technology. Bitcoin has been around, cryptocurrency has been around since the late 2009, late 2008s, early 2009s, almost for 20 years, 17 years. A lot of people weren't even born, barely born then. So technology has been around. It's just about the awareness of it. Everybody doesn't know about the dark web. Everybody doesn't know about sites and proxies and socks and technology. All these things are with technology. And then as the world evolved, the methods evolved, the technology evolved, it made it easier for somebody to go on the dark web and perform certain tasks, create certain sites, create certain methods, create certain servers, hard uh, programs for different modules. It made it easier. Just like you can use Chat GPT to say, hey, create me a story or create a picture or do this or do that. It's dark web fraud sites, Chat GPT sites just like that. Now, there is a site, or there was a site, and like I said, this is all educational purposes. And the site and all dark websites are encrypted, meaning that it's like a long Bitcoin address and it's .onion at the end. So the name of the sites on the dark web aren't the name of the address. So that's just uh, a disclaimer right there. So I'm not telling nobody the name of the sites, I'm not giving any sites, but this is the name of the site. So it's a site on the dark web called the Dark Vader Road or the Dark Vader Network. And on this site, it performs certain tasks or certain projects for people. Let's just put it like this. So the Cash App glitch and the Chime glitches and PayPal, all these glitches is basically, so you're saying BIN numbers, right? You got the BIN number, which is the bank's identification number. And the BIN number is the first 6 digits on a card. There are a lot of different BIN numbers out there in this world. And then the rest of the numbers is the account that the money is coming out of from that bank. So what hackers and fraudsters or whoever, what they're doing is they're finding these GPT sites, and then they're finding these different bin numbers, and then they're going on the dark web buying these different cards, stolen or whatever, and they're connecting different bin numbers to these cards. And once they connect these different bin numbers to those cards, they're connecting them to different platforms and basically glitching the platform to be able to disperse money or add money to that balance. Just like the ATM glitch, the ATM jackpot, same thing, different way. Scammers and fraudsters are developing different malware, and they're going on these fraud GPT sites on the dark web to create these different malware systems and programs to put on these ATMs to command it to disperse all the money up out of it, just like it was a jackpot. You know, when you hit the jackpot on a slot machine, the money just get to coming out. It's the same difference. And these, you can go type in ATM jackpot right now on YouTube anywhere, and it's starting to become more of a popular method for fraudsters and scammers. And like I said, there are different platforms, different sites, different networks on the dark web. The dark what is it? The dark um Dark Vader Road, the Dark Vader network. It will perform this for you. Like I said, it's not no www.darkvaderroad.com or .onion. No, it's a long encrypted address with .onion at the end, and this is what people don't understand. To really find sites on the dark web, real sites on the dark web, you either gotta have a membership or you gotta know somebody to get in there. Most real sites on the dark web are not going to just be free and willingly for anybody to just go on and spend unless it's a fake scam site. Because at the end of the day, if somebody is really selling whatever that they're selling, there are dark web police. And if their site is just open and clear for them to anybody to come buy anything from, that's allowing anybody and the police to come by from their site and get tracked and get arrested. No, they want to when it's real business. Like nobody, let's see, a lot of people don't take life serious. And people who don't take life serious like the hee and ha all the time, especially when they contacting people and when they're dealing with whatever. People gotta understand hackers, compromisers, and these people are real. And most 99.99% of people don't know nothing, don't got VPNs, don't got socks and proxies, they're not protecting their IP addresses, none of that. And people like to think they tough and hee all the time and talk slick to people that they don't know their background. And then people say, okay, and then weird stuff starts to happen. Let's just put it like that. So people got to start watching their tongue and how they talk to people because they don't know people backgrounds and they think everything's a game. You know what I mean? People I know that went on the dark web and try to talk slick and try to act bad to people, and crazy wild things is happening. Like it's the dark web is real. People who know about system databases, servers, networks, you should never play with them because the dark web is real for real. These people are real. These Listen, without technology, nothing in this world to go down. You gotta ask yourself, like, why is there so many towers, cell phone towers? How is it possible for this key fob? Because you know they stopped using keys and they started using key fobs, so sensors and to open up doors now. How is that possible? Signals, waves. They got flipper zeros that can basically rewrite or code or clone that code or that frequency and use the tool to unlock the same door without that key fob. Like people gotta start understanding how powerful technology is. Because without technology, these phones won't be here, FaceTime won't be here, texting won't be here, internet won't be here. And if the internet not here and Wi-Fi not here, we'll go. We wouldn't be able to send and receive money and go handle business, pay for things. None of this would be possible without technology. So with this being possible, what else is possible? What else can be done? And that's how the scammers and the hackers and the fraudsters think. They don't think the same as regular people. And that's the difference between people who are go on the dark web and try stuff and go to jail, and people who go on the dark web and try stuff and generate some type of revenue because of the mind. A lot of people think, oh, it's just one, two, three, here goes some free money. No, you gotta think a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way to actually be in this world and be in that world and make things happen. And then people got to understand at the end of the tunnel, there's always a victim. This might be a bank, it might be us, or it might be both. Because at the end of the day, everything is ran through system and databases, banks, ATMs. Wherever there's money being made, there's going to be some type of scam or fraud being committed. And it's just all about keeping ourselves more safe and more cautious and more aware. Like I said, dark web. You guys actually, if you guys go on there, because like I said, I'm no puppet master. I don't control anybody. I can't tell anybody what to do and what not to do. So if anybody decides to go on the dark web, it's not illegal to go on there. But once you start doing illegal things and buying illegal things, that's when it becomes a problem. But going on the dark web and surfing is not illegal. I just suggest that you don't, because once you do, your IPs and a lot of things are vulnerable, and the average American doesn't know how to protect that, doesn't know about VPNs and certain things. So I don't suggest going on there, but I can't tell anybody what to do. Make sure you're safe. Make sure you have everything protected, and make sure you're not buying or doing anything illegal when you go on there. Make sure you guys get your Norton LifeLock to monitor all your personal and social media and financial accounts to make sure nothing fishy is going on, and then to monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is floating around on there, because a lot of people get a hold of these different system databases and networks that have our personal information, and they go on the dark web and sell it, because a lot of people use other people's identities to do a lot of different things. So it's just all about what's going on, and people are not paying attention to that. So make sure you guys are doing that. Make sure you guys freeze all through your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience, so nobody can get anything in your name, no loans, credit cards, no lines of credit, no nothing, not even you, unless you don't freeze it. And make sure you guys get new credit card and debit card numbers every so often. I say every quarter. We tap, insert, swipe all day, every day, and that information ends up on some type of database. And there's always a database compromise, leak, or hack. We get the notifications on our phone all the time. So make sure you guys are staying more cautious, being more aware of what's going on in this real crazy world. Stand more steps ahead of the scammers. Staying more cautious, being more aware, because if you are aware, you'll know what's going on. You know how to protect yourself. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime one-on-one limited gems are $1,000. But for limited time only, I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready. And we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions. And please do not yo me. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 250. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour. In person limited gyms, 3,500. Make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the month long mentorship, 750. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram, the Potato App, and Discord, Millionaire Network, and World. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell on my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, and TikToks. I gotta change my IG. I got a new IG, King Hustle X1M4L and King Hustle 4L. So make sure y'all go follow them new IGs. I will be getting that back together and all that. They keep crazy. Finna just so make sure y'all checking out the crypto world, because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all getting in, y'all fitting with these lows. All right, 125 and that. All right, send the screenshots when y'all ready, and let's get to work. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know I get down to these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.